Welcome to the 2021-22 Evangel Valor season recap. What a year it has been. Lots of highs, maybe a few lows, but altogether it has been a great year. We hope it gets better next week at Creekmore. The men opened up the season on September 13 at Hale Ridge Golf Course in Boonville, Missouri, in Central Methodist Fall Classic. The one-day 36-hole event started off a little slow with an opening round 305. Reagan Streck set the pace with an even par round of 71. Jake Brown's 73 also kept him in line for a strong finish. The team responded in the second round with a season-best 3 over par 287, but the hole they dug was too large to earn them a better than fourth-place finish. Still, it was an encouraging start to the season. Reagan fired a season-best 2 under par 69 to finish in third place. Jake Brown's even par second round earned him a fifth-place finish. Andrew Bryant and Luke Morris make their collegiate debut during this event. The next week, the girls kicked off their season at Drury's Lady Panther Invitational. They came storming out of the gate in the mostly Division II field, firing a strong 333 in the first round, led by Susanna Blackwell's first collegiate round score of 77, which is their career best and currently second best individual score of the year for the team. In the second round, we came back to earth a little bit and finished with a less exciting 351, but our 12th place finish was nothing to sneeze at. Susie led the squad with a two-day total of 167 and finished in a tie for 42nd. Riley Vines, Caitlin Deere, and Andrea Jacober all made their collegiate debuts this week as well. Both the men and women buckled up for a nauseating drive to Lyon College's Fall Invitational to compete at Cooper's Hawk Country Club. The windy roads foreshadowed what lay ahead on the challenging setup we'd experience. Reagan Streck continued his strong play, firing a 2 under par total of 142 to finish alone in second place. The men fired a pedestrian 617 to finish up in third place for the event. Cole Eagleberger played his career-best tournament with 2 good rounds of 76 and 78. His 154 total earned him a solo 10th place finish. The women put together a great tournament, firing a 2-day total of 678, good enough for a second-place team finish. Jessica Shield, Caitlin Swope, and Susie Blackwell would all earn top 10 finishes as individuals.
Great shot.
Not bad.
That's one by the hole?
Yep,
That's me?
that's you. The fall continued on October 11 and 12 at the conference preview at Creekmore Golf Club. After a tough first round, the ladies pulled it together and shot a 328 in the second round to earn a sixth-place finish. Jessica Shield had a strong event with her 85-78 total of 163, earning her a tie for 14th. Caitlin Swope and Ashley White shot 79s in the second round to mark the first time this coach can remember having 3 girls shoot scores in the 70s during the same round. The men also opened with a tough first round but came back with a solid second round to earn a 6th-place finish. Reagan Streck completed his third consecutive event with an under par score, shooting 70-71 en route to a 3 under par total of 141 and a third-place finish. Jake Brown also fired a red number in the second round, finishing in a tie for 14th. In what shaped up to be the most exciting week of the fall, both the men and the women emerged victorious at the Evangel Fall Invitational hosted at the world-renowned Springfield Golf and Country Club. High winds and challenging conditions made Monday's round an adventure. The girls' team would end up with all 5 finishing in the top 10 of the event, with Caitlin Swope leading the way with a third-place total of 165. Caitlin would also provide some additional fireworks by winning the team playoff on the first hole by slamming home a 7-foot knee knocker to set off a raucous crowd's applause. Meanwhile, the men dominated by winning the event by 4 shots over a Lion squad who had defeated them 2 weeks earlier. Jake Brown posted his own under par tournament score with an impressive 71 in ridiculously windy conditions, followed by a 72, and the 1 under total of 143 was enough to give him a 2-shot victory. The non-alcoholic champagne flowed with the Valor sweep of the event's top honors by both the men and the women. The rest of the squads also played well, and Colin Liebarger posted his first tournament rounds in his collegiate debut. Luke Morris led the way for the B squad with rounds of 82 and 78 for a total of 160, enough to tie for 23rd. The final event of the fall was the Baker Match Play Tournament at Prairie Highlands Golf Club in Olathe, Kansas. Match play is always a fun change of pace from the normal tournament format. Neither team had the best week of their season, but both teams had fun battling it out individually. The ladies finished second while the men came in fourth. As the calendar rolled over to 2022, the Valor golf teams decided to host back-to-back events to start the spring. Kicking off the semester was the Spring Invitational at Rivercut Golf Course, possibly the coldest event in Evangel golf history. The ladies started the spring with a second-place finish behind a strong William Woods squad. Caitlin Swope's fifth-place finish paced the Valor, while Ashley, Jessica, and Maddie all finished in the top 10. In similar fashion, the men finished runners-up to the Owls. Logan Smith won the event, but not the Logan Smith we were hoping for. Rather, Jake Brown was the low man for the Valor after firing a tournament low round of 69 on Tuesday. Good enough for a fourth-place tie. Jaron and Reagan both finished in the top 10 as well. Tayton Hopkins made his collegiate debut and finished the Frigid event in a tie for 10th, giving the Valor 4 in the top 10 for both the men's and the women's squads. The Valor golfers hit the road, going to Tulsa, Oklahoma to host the inaugural Ron Streck Invitational at Meadowbrook Country Club. Tournament host Ron Streck was kind enough to lend his home and his barbecue to us in what shaped up to be a fun week of golf. The men played well, earning a tie for second, which also earned the coach the doghouse as he gave away the second-place trophy to DMACC. Jake Brown played even more solid golf, finishing alone in third place with scores of 72 and 75. The real Logan Smith also finished in the top 10 with a solid second-round 72, propelling him up the leaderboard on Tuesday. The ladies bucked the trend and did not earn a second-place trophy, so the coach didn't have to worry about upsetting anyone. Ashley White, however, perhaps the round of the year, on Tuesday, carding a 76 en route to a two-day total of 162 and earned her first collegiate victory. No other Valor players made it into the top 10, but it was a strong field, which made Ashley's victory all that more impressive. Riley, Andrea, Kayla, and Caitlin all made the trip to Oklahoma, as well as Zach, Luke, Nick, and Kelby. The next week, the women loaded up the rental cars, thanks for driving, Jess, and headed back up to Prairie Highlands for Baker's Spring Invitational. Golf is hard, and a tough second round saw the ladies drop from second to third. Ashley and Caitlin were able to post top 10 finishes to lead the way for the Valor. The trip did introduce us to the Ford Expedition, which would be the vehicle of choice for the next three events. Following the short trip to Olathe, Coach Jenkins was feeling frisky and decided to make an 11.5-hour journey south to Gulf Shores, Alabama, to take on the William Carey Crusaders. Seeing as how we are no longer Crusaders, we wanted to show them why being men of valor was superior to being a Crusader. As it turns out, Crusaders were superior this week, though after the Valor struggled in the opening round, they were able to post respectable scores in the second and third rounds. On top of that, the beach was phenomenal. Just watch out for the seagulls. We finished in 9th place and failed to earn a top 10 finisher in the event. Reagan's second round 73 was the low 18-hole round of the tournament, and Coach was spared growing a mustache. The following week was a first for the Valor, as the teams both played in events at different locations. While in theory this is a good idea, in reality it isn't quite as fun. The men played the beautiful Prairie Dunes Golf Course in Hutchinson, Kansas. The 9th place finish was not as excited as we wanted, and no one earned a top 10 finish, but it was still a neat place to visit and spend a lot of money. Simultaneously, the ladies took on the Hills of the Deuce at the National in Kansas City. They jumped out to an early second-place position behind Caitlin Swope's EU career best 77. The second round wasn't as friendly, and the Valor fell to fourth for the event, with Caitlin and Ashley both finishing in the top 10 individually. Fourth place wasn't what they were looking for, but it did make me feel better as a coach, since I felt like they played so well without me in the first round that perhaps I was holding them back. Finally, we come to the last regular season event of the season, Sand Creek Station Golf Course in Newton, Kansas. What started out as a beautiful week of weather quickly turned into a breezy mess as the winds blew away our chances to win the tournament on Tuesday. The ladies finished well, coming in second behind the host school, Bethany, who, ironically, canceled round 2 with 6 holes remaining. At the time, the Lady Valor had opened up a double-digit lead. But when the winds began gusting to 60 miles an hour, the rest of the field waved the white flag and the tournament was canceled. At the time they canceled, 3 of the top 4 on the leaderboard were Valor golfers, with Jessica, Ashley, and Caitlin all playing well in the crazy conditions. Caitlin and Ashley both ended up in the top 10, with Caitlin receiving hardware for a third place tie. On the men's side, we finished in the third place, beating some strong NAIA schools. Tuesday, we were making a dent in our deficit to the 2 leaders, but the cancellation sealed our third place fate. Jaron Phipps posted the lowest score for the team with his round 173, which was good for a 12th place tie. Finally, the Valor took to Bill and Payne Stewart to take on Baker University and Central Methodist in a one-day match. Leading the way for the men, Kelby Day fires a 75. And for the ladies, Andrea Jacober fires a career-best 102. As a team, the men shot .330 and finished in second place out of the 3 schools. This would be Zach Gibby's final round as a collegiate golfer, and the tears would flow freely. And now we come to the final hole of Zach Gibby's collegiate career. He's one of 3 seniors we're graduating this year, and I got a chance to see him play this final hole just yesterday. Teeing off on 18, he smashes a drive a little down the left side. Not a terrible shot, actually a pretty good look at the flag from there. And he pulls a 6-iron from 190 yards. And he does actually pull it here into the left bunker, leaving himself a delicate little pitch down the hill, which he executes perfectly, ending up approximately 4 feet from the hole, and his excitement is almost uncontainable. That leaves him with this little knee knocker for birdie to finish off his collegiate career. And he pours it in. There was actually never a doubt. You can see the excitement on his face and in his fist bump. And here we go.